All right, question number 3. Is it common to have the same person go through multiple deliverances? And I know a lot of people are like, I saw that lady get deliverance before, and now she's getting deliverance again. It must have been a fake deliverance. That is not the case. In the same way, you can go to the doctor more than once. You can go through deliverance more than once. And we need to stop shaming people for going through more than one deliverance. What if you go through a 10-minute deliverance and not everything came out? So now you went through a 10-minute deliverance, you're not allowed to get delivered again? Imagine going to the doctors, they're like, you're not allowed to go to the doctors again. So a lot of religious people, the cessationist community, I'll just call them the religious YouTubers. They throw rocks at everybody, but they're not actually walking in anything. They're not actually having any fruit in their life. They're just basement prophets, basement theologians. They will shame people for going through multiple deliverances. But why are we shaming people that need freedom? If you've gotten deliverance once, you might need more deliverance. Oh, well. Okay, you go to the doctor because there's pain in your body. If you feel better and then 6 months later you get sick again, you could go again. You can go into the same doctor and he's not going to shame you and say, you were here 6 months ago. A doctor will see you over and over again as long as you need help. So if a secular doctor will continue to help you, why as a spiritual deliverance minister would we not offer continual help? Now, I don't think we should have habitual deliverance where it's like every week I'm going for more deliverance. I'm not talking about addiction to deliverance. I'm not talking about habitually going over and over again. If some of you don't need deliverance, you need discipline. You don't even need to get delivered. You need to get discipline. But I'm saying if you genuinely need more deliverance, you should not be shamed. You should not be made fun of for needing more deliverance. But again, don't make it a habit. But I think if you need more, now there's a few reasons why. Let me give you a couple reasons. Number 1 is the person that was getting deliverance wasn't ready. So they need to come back when they're ready. And it's common. I've done deliverances where the person's not fully ready. After a couple, hours sometimes, I'm like, hey, I don't think you're ready. Go do a 2 to 3 day fast, come back for more deliverance, find someone on the map. You're just not ready to be delivered. Not everybody's ready. Not everybody wants it. Some people think they're ready, but then when push comes to shove, they're not really ready. So some people aren't ready. Number 2, sometimes in deliverance, there's demons that were hiding that weren't revealed in a previous session. So you might have doing a deliverance and there might be a demon hiding that never surfaces, all right? Never comes to the light. And then you think you're done and you end it because it's been a while. And then the person a month later or a week later realizes there's still more demons there. All right, no big deal. We missed it. We missed some demons. It was a lot to do, okay? So this quick deliverance, microwave deliverance thing, get that out of your mind. People open the door for years to demons and then they want to be instantly delivered. Sometimes they need more deliverance because you just ran out of time. Okay, sometimes it's like, hey, I only had 20, 30 minutes, prayed for them. I ran out of time. They needed more. And so we're going to go do another session. Oh, well. Okay, who cares? And guys, here's the thing. The only people that are going to persecute you for this are the religious. Just don't worry about what they say. Don't worry about what they think. There's no need to even listen to them. They don't even know what they're talking about. They don't do deliverance, so don't take advice from them. They're clueless about it. All they know is that they don't know anything about it. That's all they know. So those people are like, oh, it shouldn't take long. Oh, that person went back for more. Must be fake. Must be a paid actor. I promise you, nobody is paying actors. That's the most ridiculous statement. I have not been accused of that, but I've heard other deliverance ministries accused of that. It's the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Nobody's paying actors. From my understanding, no one's even getting paid. I've never made $1 from doing a deliverance on somebody. We don't charge for it. It's free. We spend a lot of money every month on running the deliverance map because the website host costs a lot to run the app we use. We pay somebody to run it. So we're not making any money. We're negative in the money when it comes to deliverance. And I don't even want to go into all that. But my point is, it's such a dumb thing to say, oh, that person got delivered more than once. They must be an actor. They must be faking it. How about that's not the case? Number 4, the last and most common reason someone might need multiple deliverance is because they just had an altar deliverance, right? They went to a powerful altar call and they had a quick 1 to 2 minute prayer, 3 minute prayer. Something manifested, something came out. And some people do get fully delivered at the altar in 5 minutes. It does happen. But I'm talking about when you're sitting down with someone who really needs deliverance, oftentimes there's a wrestling match. There's time that it needs to take, okay? It's not just quick. It's not just easy. So if they had that quick altar deliverance, they might need more. So don't shame them. How are you going to shame them when you're supposed to be on the side of God? God is not here shaming people that need freedom. Did Jesus shame people? Did Jesus shame the man at the tombs? Did Jesus shame the man in Mark 1 in the synagogue? Did Jesus shame the woman in Luke 13 that needed deliverance? Did Jesus shame the Syrophoenician woman who needed deliverance for her daughter? No, he delivered them. He delivered them. So pastors that shame people for needing deliverance are not acting like Christ, because this is not what Christ did. He helped people. He didn't shame people. And some of the people he helped tried everything. They went to every doctor. They went to every physician, and Jesus was the only answer. So we don't shame that, like, oh, you went to other deliverance ministries, now you're here. Who cares? Cool. We'll pray for you. And if you need to go to another ministry next week because you feel like you need more freedom, who am I to tell you that you don't need more deliverance? Who am I to tell you that you don't need more freedom? So multiple deliverances oftentimes happen. All right, number 4. Question number 4. I probably should have put these on screen, but I likely won't get through most of them. So maybe we'll do a part 2. We'll figure it out. Let's just go for it. Okay, here. Question number 4. Isn't it dangerous to cast out demons in a public setting? Won't the demons jump out of one person onto another person? Another thing that people think is a theory is like, I don't want to cast out demons in a public setting because the demons are going to jump out of one person and jump into another person. This is not true. This is completely unscriptural. This is the reasons why a lot of churches and modern churches and the American Church Incorporated doesn't want to do deliverance. They're afraid that it's going to jump off one person into another person. There's nowhere in scripture where we find that in the Bible warning us that a demon's going to jump from person to person. In fact, if we look at the deliverance ministry of Jesus, he constantly cast out demons in public. If we look at Acts chapter 8, Philip, who's the only evangelist, named evangelist in scripture, cast out demons in Acts chapter 8 in a public setting. The idea that demons are going to jump off, oh no, they're going to jump into my kids, not scriptural. Not scriptural. Okay? And a lot of people think, well, it has to be done in private. That's a fear tactic. The enemy has kept the church basically bound not doing deliverance because we think we have to always do it in private. It's great to do it in private. It's usually easier to do it in private, but it's not the case. The devil hates deliverance, and he'll create every lie possible. Think about it, chat. He'll create every lie possible to make sure people don't get set free. And one of those lies is that demons like to play leapfrog with people and jump from one to the other to the other. That's not the case. Remember, we're commanding demons to go into the abyss. We're taking them out of circulation. The same way, if you take a counterfeit $100 bill to the bank, they don't put it back in circulation. They destroy it. We're taking demons out of circulation. Now, some of you might say, well, brother, I was at a deliverance service and I've never had any issues or no demons manifest. And all of a sudden I saw a lady next to me get delivered and I started having crazy dreams and manifestations and that her demon jumped in me because now I'm having all these issues. That's not what happened. Her demon did not jump in you. What happened was the demon that was dormant, the demon that you didn't know was there, got triggered because it was around deliverance. And now your demons are acting up. They're acting crazy. They're mad. They're throwing a tantrum because that you were in a deliverance service. So it wasn't her demons jumping into you. It was the demons you didn't know you had manifesting. And that's a very common phenomenon. But let's stop being concerned about demons are jumping off of people playing leapfrog. Demons come in through open doors of sin. I want you to remember that. Demons come in through legal rights, traumatic experiences, open doors of sin. I have a whole chapter in my book on how demons get in. I have teachings all on the channel, how demons get in. They don't come in through going to a deliverance service. They don't come in through watching deliverance. You might have watched a deliverance video and be like, I got a demon now. No, the demon you had is now mad. You made the demon mad by watching its own team, its own friends get kicked out of their house. But it wasn't that you had, all of a sudden a demon jumped out of you. All right. Demon didn't just randomly jump out of you. And somebody said, like, do all the demons come out all at once? Not always. They don't always all come out the first time. You have to put pressure on them. You have to warfare. You have to wrestle. I'm telling you, it's not an instant thing usually. Sometimes it is, but it would be more of the exception than the rule. Usually it takes time to do deliverance. And I promise you, please believe me what I'm about to say. Okay? I'm reading the chat. I'm aware. Please, I promise you that when you start doing deliverance, you'll understand what I'm telling you. Everybody that does legitimate deliverance, that sees results, sees people get free, every one of them agree with me. It's not usually a 1 minute, 2 minute thing. It is sometimes, and God can do whatever he wants to do. So we never limit God. God can instantly deliver you from 10,000 demons in 1 second. But usually when you're praying for someone to be delivered, the demons are stubborn. They don't want to leave. They've been there a long time. it usually takes more. Someone said 3 or more hours. Listen, all of those in the chat that have done legitimate deliverance will tell you, you got to get rid of this whole, oh, it's super, super quick.